Hi, how you doing? Okay, so I got to tell you this really crazy story about how I ended up right behind Joe Biden on Super Tuesday at night. Here it goes. First off, total Elizabeth Warren supporter, voted for her. And when the season started, I was getting texts from the Biden campaign since I've been involved in campaigns before. You know, can we count on your support? And I was like, I like Joe, but I gotta go with Elizabeth Warren. But if she doesn't make it, I'm right there for her. Thank you so much. Tuesday afternoon, driving home with my daughter, want to watch the results because for me that's better than the Super Bowl. Way better than the Super Bowl, better than the Oscars, but any of that nonsense. So I call my girlfriend Carlene, who lives near me, and to say, do you want to watch the returns? And she says, I'm with Joe. And I went, what? I'm with Joe Biden and Eric Garcetti. What? What are you talking about? He's at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, the one near our house on Pico. Yes! And he's going up to every table, and he's shaking hands and so forth. And I said hi to Eric. Did you tell him you know me? She didn't. Anyway, so I was like, how did you know about this? How were you there? She said, I was getting my color at this store nearby, and I saw this commotion. I went in, and there you go. She goes, I got a selfie with Joe, and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I want to go. She's like, better hurry. They're going to be gone soon. So driving almost to my house. Oh, they just left. And I'm like, gosh darn it. She says, but I know where they're going. They're going to Baldwin Hills Rec Center. On it. Vivian, do you want to go? No. Okay, grab all the groceries, get out. Fortunately, I changed my clothes because I was in like little shorts and t-shirt. Run upstairs, put on like jacket, normal outfit. Jump in. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, he's going to do the same kind of thing he did at Roscoe's. He's going to be like shaking hands with kids playing basketball and old ladies playing mahjong or something. Baldwin Hills is almost, the rec center, it's almost to Culver City where I grew up. I know that area very well. So down onto what's now Obama Boulevard. It was Rodeo for years. Now it's Obama. And then so just pulled up right there. No problem. Got a space. Walking in and I see a couple other ladies and they're running feverishly, and I'm like, oh, guess a lot of people know that he's just gonna go shake some hands here. Oh, that's interesting. Turn the corner, and there's the proper address of the rec center, and it's like practically helicopters around. It's like TV trucks, cars backed up, tons of people. I was like, oh, well, something is happening here. And they're like, public goes over here. So go around, and now I'm in this queue, and I'm like, oh, it's a rally. You know, I've kind of been to a lot of rallies, and I'm gauging it like, but it doesn't look like a massive rally. Oh, but these always take longer than you think they're gonna. Do I really want to stay? And I don't know. I just wanted to get a selfie. And as I'm saying that to myself, there's this group of people, and two people that kind of, there's like two white people, and then there's two people, I don't know if they were Asian, Hispanic, something, but something. And this staffer, Biden staffer, comes along and says to them, hey, do you want to be behind Joe on camera? And I don't even know what they said. No, I'm sure they said yes. But of course, then I immediately said yes. And so like the five of us, I jammed right in there because I didn't want them to be like, we have enough white people, thanks. Kind of sending a different message here. I was really afraid that would happen. So I was getting like, yeah, okay, where do we go now? Where do we go for our position with Joe? And the people right behind me in line, they were starting to come to. And the guy's like, we got enough people. I'm like, she's like, okay, turn here, turn there. So imagine, it's kind of space-wise feels, it wasn't a little league field, it was more like basketball area, but you know, that kind of scale. It was, you know, we're not talking Staples Center. It was, but you know, like a decent little perimeter, but still, it's just bleachers. So the guy says, you know, go over here. Now that there's quite a bit of supporters, but they look like they need some areas filled in. It's about 5:45 in the afternoon. And, but he kind of abandons us at this point. So here's one thing of bleachers. Here's this other thing of bleachers. And most of them are kind of on this side thing. And because of my years in television, I'm like, there's the podium. And there behind is a lot of open space. So the few people on the lower rows, I'm like, is anybody sitting there? Anybody? And I'm kind of walking like, yeah, oh, excuse me, pardon me. They told me to go here. They told me. Yeah, I was mandated. Joe himself told me. So now I'm up at the top, And now you just wait. It's a long wait. And as we're waiting, I'm now texting, my near and dear. I'm going to be on television behind Joe Biden. You got to watch Joe Biden on. I'm going to be behind him. Watch for me. I'm in my beige leather jacket. And I feel a little funny because, of course, I voted for Warren. But I'm for Biden now because I wasn't for Sanders. And it's starting to get a little cold, though. So I'm a little tired waiting. But what was exciting was then there were other people who, unlike me, had been really working on his campaign. We're like, oh my God, he just won North Carolina. Oh my God, he just won Virginia. On and on and on. So now it's like getting more exciting. Now it's like, wow, this really is a Super Tuesday for right now. And also was giving us all a lot of hope that, hey, maybe we can beat Trump in the fall. Maybe this could really happen. So then these guys had this Joe, and I was kind of under the O, and I got a sign, and then they walk out. So I turn around, and there's Joe Biden, and then Dr. Biden, his wife, who I've always liked a lot, and this other woman who we later found out was his sister, and they walk in, and I feel bad that people gave him a hard time later about saying, oh, he doesn't know the difference between his wife and his sister, and by people I mean President what's-his-face. But the sister was on his right side until right when he started to speak, and then they switched around him. So it's not like he's going senile. I mean, I saw it. So he's giving the speech right behind, and I'm holding my phone. I have a hand. And later my sister says, "Why did you put your phone down?" I was like, I kind of half forgot I even had it on because I was like, holding the sign. And then, at one point I went, my arms really hurt. And then I just kind of let it all go. But I was so close, it was really, so I have this footage of me behind them listening. And then, the protesters were scary. There was so little security. Hello, Robert Kennedy, nominees, especially ones that were formerly the vice president, tad vulnerable, like, let's protect them. So this one chick runs on the stage, and it happened like that. And we all just started, screaming and booing. Because one, you're booing because you're like, poor sport, get off. The guy's doing a speech. And then the other thing is we were scared. They tackle her pretty fast. And by there wasn't that much security. It was mostly just campaign staffers. And then this other woman runs up. And I look over and I can see Jill Biden's like this. So my thought, and a lot of other people around me were like, oh my God, is Miss Biden okay? Like, what the hell, Later, of course, we saw the footage and how, like, Jill was just like, she's epic. So they pull this lady away, and they were, their sign said something like, no to dairy, in dairy. I like almond milk like anybody else, but I don't think we ended up being Danner up the speed for that. Anyway, plus it was very frightening. It happened so fast, and it's interesting because it's one of those things like where if you've ever been gunfire violence, which I have, the time just seems so much longer. And then when I watched it later, I was like, oh, that was actually pretty quick. Unfortunately, my footage, I only got some of the kerfuffle. I was so distracted I didn't get the one with Jill. But man, is that lady tough in her little silver kitten heels. Because I think she must be like, yeah, you know what? I buried a son. My husband was like next to despair. And now like, this is our moment. So cheek, you go. So she, put her hands up against the gal. And then the vice president clearly looked at his wife like, are you okay? She was like, fine. Let's go, Joe. Oh, that was the other thing. But leading up to it, we were doing all the chants. And a lot of people had shirts riding with Biden. Then he was done. Jill goes and does the line somewhere else. He did really well. I thought he gave a really good speech. And then he starts working the line. And I'm like, oh my God, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. And I've already feel like I've kind of pushed I didn't actually vote for him in the primary-ness in, so I wasn't going to like tackle the front line that was right by the fence, but I just wanted to get close. And so now he's right in front of me, well, me, a child, the vice president, and I'm not going to trample a child. Even I have my limits. So he's doing this thing where he's taking selfies, but he's doing it really wide, like all Ellen DeGeneres at the Oscars a few years ago. So, you get a bunch of people in it. And so when the picture was taken, I'm like, I got in it. And then afterwards, I asked the kid's mom, like, can you send that to me? And she did, which was really sweet. It's super exciting. Really, really fun, really excited. I was almost like exhausted afterwards because there was such an adrenaline rush. And really excited, like, oh my God, maybe, please, we could actually beat Trump in the fall, which would be amazing.
And by the way, every dreamer, have hope because I'm coming and you're not going anywhere.